Round 7 of the 2011 season saw the birth of the QClash, with the Brisbane Lions facing off against the new kids on the block, the Gold Coast Suns. It would be a former Lion in Jared Brennan who would come back to haunt his former club as the Suns took a 5-goal lead into the halftime break.
At the back, cracker! Oh! Yes, indeed, he's got another one!
On the back of a 6-goal haul from Ash McGrath, the home side stormed back into the match. Liam Patrick snuffed out any comeback hopes, and the Gold Coast claimed an upset victory in QClash 1. QClash 2, round 21, 2011. The Lions were eager for revenge after a shock loss in their first matchup. Brisbane came out firing with a 5-goal-to-1 opening quarter. The Lions kept their foot on the pedal on their way to claiming their first QClash trophy. Simon Black was superb for the home side, with 31 disposals in a best-on-ground performance. QClash 3, round 4, 2012. Instalment 3 of the QClash saw both sides fight out a tightly contested first half, before a Jonathan Brown-inspired second half
500 of the best for Jonathan Brown
saw the Lions storm home by 65 points. Match 4 saw the first QClash played at the new Metricon Stadium. The Lions kicked the first 3 goals of the match and led into the halftime break. The Suns rallied in the second half.
Shot from 50 with no one near him. How's that for a start?
Gold Coast squandered opportunities to extend their lead, with Brisbane snatching victory with 2 late goals.
It's over. That's the killer blow.
QClash 5 produced an epic encounter, with the margin between the two sides decided by just 2 points. Spearheaded by 5 goals from co-skipper Jonathan Brown, the Lions looked dominant for the majority of the match. The Suns threatened in the final turn.
And Bennell, just as good. How about that?
But Brisbane secured their 4th straight QClash victory, with the help of some late-game magic from Pierce Hanley.
And Hanley to seal it. Good running from the Irishman, and he kicks the goal.
QClash 6, round 15, 2013. QClash 6 saw Brisbane take a 17-point lead into the half on the back of a dominant showing from their big man, Matthew Leuenberger. The Suns answered the challenge in the third quarter, bringing the margin back to within a kick before a Daniel Rich missile swung the momentum back in favour of the home side.
Daniel Rich, the super boot.
The Lions kicking away in the final quarter to finish comfortable 33-point victors. QClash 7, round 3, 2014. After 5 consecutive QClash losses, the Suns were out to prove a point against the Lions. Gold Coast had the early match dominance before Brisbane closed the margin to within 8 points in the third quarter. The Suns shifted up a gear to kick the next 8 goals on their way to claiming just their second QClash derby.
He's got a few tricks as well, and he's happy to share it with the world.
Skipper Gary Ablett was simply unstoppable, finishing with 38 disposals, 10 tackles and 3 goals. QClash 8, round 18, 2014. Eager to make amends after a 53-point thrashing in round 3 earlier that season, the Lions stormed out of the gates to take a 41-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Brisbane continued the demolition job on their way to a 54-point victory. Pierce Hanley was sensational for the Brisbane side, with a career-best 45 disposals on his way to the Marcus Ashcroft Medal. Match 9 saw a vital clash for both sides after winless starts to the season. It was a physical opening, which saw Lion skipper Tom Rockcliffe an early casualty. Both sides traded goals in the first quarter before the Suns reeled off 11 of the next 13 goals to romp home by 64 points. Charlie Dixon matched his career best with a 6-goal haul as the Suns claimed their 3rd QClash victory.